At the beginning of FC26, I posted a video showing what tactics I was going to use at the beginning of the game. But now that the game's almost been out for an entire month, these are the best tactics that I think are in FC26. So going into it, I still think that the 4-4-2 is a good formation. I still use this formation sometimes, especially when I'm chasing a game. However, 4-2-3-1, not as good. I still think it's a great formation. It's just not my favorite anymore. I feel like a lot of people still have too much time. They have too much time on the ball and too much time to build up, at least at the much higher level when I play this formation. The 4-4-1-1 I still use a lot. Now this formation is great, and the reason I love the 4-4-1-1 is because I can actually switch to it without having to make any substitutions. Why? Because I am currently playing the 4-1-4-1. Now, 4-1-4-1, the reason I love this formation is because you can trigger the center mids on so many runs, and although I don't have the team right now because I sold my team, when you have Reinders there, that guy gets through everything. He's basically Hullet sending him on runs, so it's going to be very good. This formation kind of reminds me of the 4-5-1 last year where I could send a lot of players on runs, but you do have that CDM that kind of gives you a little bit more time to, you know, help defend and get your team back, but also at the same time providing a passing option a little bit deeper and not completely having 5 players on the same line throughout the entire game. So we run balanced on both. As for the tactics, we run inside forward. I have seen the variation of winger. I want to try this out. I haven't actually tried it out yet, but sometimes I do kind of want that width. But inside forward has been working very, very well for me. For the fullbacks, balance because defend is too defensive for me, and I like to have box to box for both of them, and then I just do holding defend. I also sometimes use deep line playmaker build up. Depends what like kind of not play styles, the roles that they have. Sometimes the roles is better, but Sager has holding plus, so I've had it at that. But box to box is crucial for these center mids. The reason is because you want them to be helping on defense a lot more, but also kind of running up and down the pitch. By the way, guys, if you guys want to copy the tactics code, there it is on the screen. But anyways, let's show you guys how to use this formation in game. We'll go ahead and find a game and show you in-depth analysis on how to use the formation. All right, so heading into the game, right, we're in Elite Division. I know who my opponent is. My opponent is a good player. I've played it before many times. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and show you guys the power of triggering runs in this formation. Obviously, it's got width and stuff. However, this year, specifically in the game, you mostly want to counterattack people or kind of kick off on corners. A lot of many things you want to do. But for the most part, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're getting and capitalizing on the counterattacks. So here, obviously, you can still trigger the runs with the mids and then play an easy through pass down the line. We have it with Swanson, and a low-driven finesse, always going to be a goal from there. So super easy, right? Counterattacks, we need to make sure that we capitalize on absolutely all of them, right? But this formation allows me to do the same triggers with the left mid and right mid, but I can do them also with the center mids, and they're a little bit more sneaky, right? Because even if I don't use the center mid, which I could have there, he tracks the center mid run, and now I have the run with my player on the wing. And then here we are in a dangerous position, right? Our opponent is panicking a little bit more, right? As we try to find a finesse angle, but I wasn't able to do it. Kind of should have probably done better there, but it is what it is. This is a little bit of a warm-up game here, right? Let's make sure to track this run. Decent passing plays. Ooh, thought I almost didn't get that. Right, we can trigger our center mid on a run again, right? Play here. Play that through pass, and our center mid is gone. He moves his goalie, and I just missed the net like a clown. But that's usually why I like having Reinders there. I swear Lavelle can't shoot, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, you guys saw the vision. It's those types of runs that make this formation very dangerous, right? Everybody kind of tracks runs, but it's not that easy to track them properly. Or at least you open up a player and then have people out of position. He almost broke me down there. Luckily, I had the goalkeeper movement perfect, but okay, there we go. We got the ball here. Nice. Let's go ahead and trigger Diani. Oh, wow, what a tackle. All right, we don't want to be too crazy here. Couldn't intercept that pass. Nice. Passes it straight to me. We're going to go ahead and trigger, maybe trigger Lavelle on the run again. Pass it here. Play Lavelle through. Now we're in a good spot. Cut in maybe. Oh, I actually expected it to go to Sager and then play it on the other side, but it is what it is. Maybe should have played a little bit down. I had a lot of time to react there. But you see, guys, in this formation, it's so easy to trigger these runs, right? Play wide. And when you're wide, right, you can set up the same corner plays that we kind of had from last year. It's not as effective. However, if you do get the right timing on it, it is almost perfect, right? Now we have our CDM here. So we actually have a CDM. So it helps us a little bit more on the defensive side. And then you also have the center mids being very annoying. Oh, I thought he was going to send that passing run and we would have been in trouble. All right, let's be patient. Be patient. Maybe do a little player lock. Play that wide. All right, we can wait. Bonmati tried to make a run. That's fine. We can reset. Reset. Take our time. We have player other center mid. Diani's on. What is that touch? I didn't even use sprint. But that is pretty much what you want to do. Open up those passes, right? The center mids help a lot. The box to box, that's what makes it really good. But they also help on defense, right? Bonmati's being annoying here, and Lavelle wins us the ball, right? We can wait. There we go. Play that nice passing, like through pass over there. Cut in. Gets a nice tackle on there. Maybe next time I think I'm just going to run it all the way. I think I cut in a little bit too much. Thank you. Right, we can even send Frimpong on a run. Be careful sending, whoa, what? Guys, my controller has stick drift, so I apologize if some of my inputs are really off. My controller has pretty bad stick drift right now. I need to buy the new, like, joysticks. I have the Edge controller. But sometimes my passes are not going where they're going. Or at least where I want them to go, or aiming them. Anyways, get that ball again. Referee. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and play wide, because you should always play wide when you win the ball. All right, we can take our time here. Maybe trigger Lavelle on a run. Gives us a little bit of time. If it's not on, it's not on. I tried to pass the ball, but apparently De Jong can just follow me. Nice, there we go. Play that wide again. Kind of relax. We're going to take that wide again. Can we find the pass? We can't really find any passes right now, so we're going to take our time. Go ahead and turn around. There we go. Lavelle's on. Wow, I just bounced off De Jong. That's why he's the best centerman in the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of hard to attack in this game when you don't have the right players. Cover that pass. Thank you. Guys, always on defense, you want to make sure, if you haven't watched the defending tutorial, make sure to watch that. But in this formation I'm showing you, you want to make sure that you're always covering that inside pass. Most people cut back and find that inside pass. You want to always make sure you are covering it. Right, go ahead. We can go here. Right, play it out. Oh, no. I had it perfectly lined up too. We had the corner play perfectly lined up. Unfortunately, Putellas comes back and intercepts that. Can't pull too many players out of position. Oh, the player switch messed up. The stick drift on player switch is very annoying. Thank you. Go ahead, play wide again. Take our time. We trigger that run. We hold. That's not an incisive pass. I'm wondering if stick drift once again messes that up, but you want to hold it, and normally that makes it through. I'm not really sure why Peanut played it that way, but I guess he just got a little bit lucky. Oh, wow. Can't blame stick drift on that one. That one's just me. All right, play wide once again. I'm going to trigger a run, play Peanut. It's halftime. There you go. Very intense game, very difficult opponent. I think I need to be a little bit more clear on my offensive chances, but as you can see, I'm getting very wide. I'm getting those good chances. I mean, hopefully, if only I'd scored that chance with Lavelle. But for whatever reason, I struggled to score a lot with Lavelle. I don't know if her shooting's off. I mean, she does have 81 shooting. She doesn't have any shooting playstyles except for finesse. But for whatever reason, every time I shoot a low driven with her, she's really bad at it. It's almost like it has no power. I'm trying to see if I can find her shot power here. Where is it? She's got good finishing. She's got a good long shot, surprisingly. Do not see shot power, though. I saw goalkeeper. I saw goalkeeper stuff, like goalkeeper positioning, but not shot power. We'll have to check after the game. But anyways, not a bad first half. Defensively, we've been very strong, but on offense, we've kind of been lacking a little bit. Hopefully, we don't concede a kickoff here. Nice. Okay, perfect. We're going to trigger Swanson on a run again, and we're going to hold, and try to play that through. Trigger Pina on a run. If we can get around it, that would be perfect. We do. Nice. We're in the corner here. We're going to play Bonmati, right? Oh, we got stuck there. Unfortunately, Pina made a little bit of an awkward run. I know he's going to try to play this through pass. That's fine. He doesn't end up playing it. I can move Lavelle back, and Lavelle wins us the ball, which is great. We're going to go ahead and play wide, right? Trigger that run. Maybe create a little bit of an option. If not, that's fine. They can stop running. We're going to play wide again to Diani. We can't play our striker, but we can play Lavelle, and stuff isn't really on right now. We're kind of stuck here, so we're just going to have to left stick. Diani's on now. We play Lavelle. Diani's on a run. We can see if maybe we can play that. We can't. Bonmati's there, though, and we play it to Pina, and he moves his goalie. There we go. We get those through passes. You see, guys, in the high level, you have to be very patient. You have to make sure that you're able to left stick out of situations, because most of the time your opponent is trying to actually cover the pass. So sometimes what you need to do that's very important is not play the pass, right? Because your opponent is going to be trying to intercept it, but they can't intercept something when you're not playing the pass, right? If your opponent's running at you more, then you kind of have to play more passes. But most of the time, people, when they're pressing you, they're trying to intercept a pass, right? We got the wide pass here now. Fortunately, I can't take the touch away. But again, we have the center mids here. Bonmati, I run her back. We have Sager there. Lavelle's finally coming back. Sager kind of falls asleep, but that's fine. He runs into his own player. Here, Diani, we can play it to the striker. He actually makes a very good interception there. And we're in a little bit of trouble here. Great turn from Williams. Wow. I can't believe that. I think I had a chance earlier in the game where I think Diani took the worst touch I've ever seen. Meanwhile, Iñaki Williams takes the greatest touch I think I've seen in all of FC26 here. But again, kind of on me. I think Sager should have done better. I think, again, if you have Reinders, De Jong, if you have actual CDMs, they're going to intercept that. Unfortunately, Sager does not intercept it for me there. She was very close. I saw like her move, but she kind of hesitated. Ooh, that's not a pass we want to mess up. Nice, we got the ball back. There we go. We're going to be patient. Through passes on. We're going to cut back, be patient. Wow. I know he switches to him after, but his AI like knew I was coming back there, which is really annoying. Go ahead. Trigger Lavelle on a run. Play Pina. Oh, that's very poor for me. Sometimes though, guys, as you can see, I get stuck sometimes going up. So this is usually when I would switch formations, right? Because I have the players to do it, I could switch to the 4-4-1-1. I'm moving too many players out of position right now. Oh, I can't believe that made it through. Yeah, no, thank you. It's not a good angle to score from. All right, we need to lock in for this last little bit of the game. Right, he's gonna be high pressing us. He needs to score, so we gotta be careful. There we go. Pina's the outlet pass. All right. There we go. Give it to Lavelle. Trigger a run with Bonmati. Go, Bonmati. He's going to move his goalie. I know that. There we go. Bonmati, easy, right? It's those center mid runs that make this formation so lethal. Everybody knows people like to play wide, but when you trigger those center mid runs, you do a double tap triangle pass, right? It's so nice. It's whatever the through pass is on Xbox. Man, I need to learn this. I literally own an Xbox as well. I think it's Y. Double Y pass. Right? And it will bounce. Same thing, you can do it with X passes, although that's probably not when I should do it, but it works, right? I'm going to go ahead, go back again. His De Jong's kind of out of position. I'm going to find the outlet pass, right? And maybe trigger Lavelle on a run, give it to Pina, double tap into Lavelle, and Lavelle finishes it this time. No low driven, but there you go. You see, it's those center mid runs. Once again, it took very long into the game to actually open this game apart. But now that I have the lead, I can take a little bit more control over it. He is pausing the game. We might actually end up seeing a rage quit here, right? As we R1 dribble past him. And we kind of got ourselves stuck in a situation here. Very poor from me. But again, that deep center mid, Sager there, winning the ball for us, which is really nice. Difference to the 4-5-1 as we play it once again down the line. We're in here. Can we set up a corner play maybe? Right? There we go. We get inside the box to Pina. And finesse. She actually misses it. I might have put a little bit too much power there. That's on me. I got to get into the habit of low-driven finessing, because the low-driven finesse, no matter how much power you get on it, it's going to be low-driven, right? So I wouldn't hit the crossbar. Take our time, take our time. We can play maybe the pass, kind of forced there. Maybe shouldn't have done that. That's fine, but we got the center mids coming back. I'm in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation, but Sager's coming back. We're good. Apply some pressure here. Try to cut back that pass, and there you go. Bonmati's there perfectly, right? Ooh, what am I doing? That was very poor for me. Try to intercept the pass. There we go. Upamecano, great job. Ooh, we got to play wide. Never in the middle. Relax. Relax. There we go. Now I can play Swanson. Now I got some time. We got Bonmati. We got Sager to Pina. I don't really have many options here. I actually take a touch I didn't want to take, because it closed my angle for that pass, but that's fine. It's getting a little messy now. We're getting high pressed. That's for Bonmati. I need to switch my stick drift on this controller. It's driving me nuts. I need to track this run. Oh, nice Frimpong. Well in. Right, we're going to trigger that run. Play it here. Wait, there we go. Now she's on. Come on, Diani. Let's finish this game. Let's finish this game. Bang, low driven. Trivella. Easy stuff. There you go. 5-1, right? Against a very, very, very good player. I know him personally. I've met him in person. This guy's a very, very good player, right? And that's all from coming patient, triggering those runs, right? We have pretty much utter domination here, and a lot of it just came from being patient and triggering those runs with the center mids, right? And I still don't have the best center mids. If you have someone like Reinders, if you have like a big, bulky, box-to-box midfielder, not only is it going to be so hard to break your defense through the middle because you have tall, big midfielders, muscular midfielders, and getting these big interceptions like Reinders and De Jong do, but they have such a presence on those runs that even like the women players that I'm sending on the runs kind of like body the defenders. Imagine having a giant guy like Reinders. So I'm telling you, this formation, if you trigger runs, is so good for the center mids, and obviously you can also trigger the left mid and right mid. So obviously if you want to get incisive pass on your striker, very important, because you know that's why I use Pina, that's why all pros use Pina. But also on the center mids, the reason you want to have incisive is because if you have incisive on the center mids as well, they can play the pass to either the left mid or the right mid, or even the striker, or even the other center mid. Not sure why it showed my entire transfer list, but I was investing in some fodder there, guys. But yeah, if we go back into it, I want to check Lavelle's shot power real quick before we end the video. Yeah, 74 shot power. That's why it doesn't do too well. I had a feeling there was something off, considering her finishing is really high, but she's got a very weak shot. So that's probably why I struggled to score with her from further out. But anyways, guys, this could be it for the video. You can't really say pay to win because I think Bonmati is the only pay to win card I have here. Pina is not as expensive as she used to be, and I bought her when she was 7,000 coins because I saw the vision before everybody on Twitter and everywhere started freaking out. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's gonna be it for today. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see in the next videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.